Hello everyone, it's Tammy and I am so happy to welcome you back to my craft room here at Creative Girl Vintage. I also wanted to extend a very warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. We are all very happy that you have joined our crafting community, and today we are making book page rosettes, which we've made these before over here, but these have a little twist. They're bigger in size with the addition of crepe paper, and I'm going to be decorating them with these beautiful images from pixie dust files to create these adorable ornaments. So I'm going to share all the details with you, everything we need to know. So let's make the magic of Christmas ornaments. Let's start with the image that I'm using today. I downloaded these little ladies and their deer from Etsy shop Pixie Dust Files. I linked that shop for you below this video in the description box, and thank you to the lovely Debrina at Pixie Dust always for your inspiration. There's 20 different girls with their deer in this download. Of course, the hardest part is just choosing your favorite. And I did a second download. This was a sheet of 30 different Christmas sayings. I'll be using the magic of Christmas today. Here's the Merry and Bright, so you can choose that too, whatever you want to use. And just for reference, on the ornament I am making today, I sized the little girl approximately 4 inches tall. Okay, so I am just going to grab my little cutter bee scissors. I'm going to fussy cut this whole design out. This one is a little more complicated, so just take your time. Fussy cutting is a great way to lose yourself in crafting. It blocks out the noise, and I like to think of it as actually a little bit of therapy. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to cut out my image. When I get finished, I've got our image all cut out. Let's just kind of finish her up while we have her out on the table. There's some open spaces here. I just use my X-Acto knife and cut around and pop those out. Sometimes after cutting out, you might see some little touches of white you might want to get rid of. Grab your distress ink. This is just, usually I use Vintage Photo, and I will go around the edges here, and it gets rid of any little bits of white you don't want to look at. Okay, so it gives a really beautiful finishing touch, and of course, as I like to say, makes everything more vintagey. Okay, so we're also going to make her just a little bit stronger too. So these are just some little craft sticks that I found at Michael's, and they cut with scissors. They're kind of cheesy, but they're really good for this project. And I'm going to lay one right here to just kind of eyeball. These are bad scissors, you guys, so they're definitely not my good scissors. Okay, so let's lay one here. And how about this one? I might have to cut it a little. Yeah, we'll cut it just a little bit. And how about right there? Okay. With my glue gun, I'm just going to put this right here and put this one right here. This is going to make things a lot stronger. So when you flip her, you can just see she's going to hold up more. She's not going to want to curl around the edges. And when I was at Michael's, I found this lace, which I thought was absolutely stunning. And one of the things I noticed that I really liked about it was, I thought, look at all these tiny little flowers, because I'm always making like tiny little ornaments and things like that. So I thought I would just kind of cut it apart a little bit, chop it up a little bit, and look at how pretty this is on her dress. And you can do like even 2 layers there. And then this little piece in the center with that little fine tulle around it. How pretty is that? Like right on her bow. Isn't that just gorgeous? So you can use your glue gun here to apply these little pieces of lace. You know, whatever you have. You might have some pretty little trims that you like that are knocking around in your stash, and just dress up our little girl. a little bit. Oh, she's so cute. And then, of course, since we're finishing her up, we might as well just go for it, right? Let us just glitter with our hearts here. Okay, anywhere you see fit. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, she's really, really pretty. Something that cuts a little bit better. Trim that lace a little bit. All right, we're just going to set her aside and we're going to let her dry. And I am pulling out here an old book and some crepe paper, and now we're going to do some medallions. This is my official tear apart book. It was destined for the trash pile, and I saved it in the name of art. So in this book, I just rip out pages. So basically that's it. This is where I get my old paper. You could always find old books at thrift stores and garage sales. If you don't have an old book, you know, you can easily use some pretty scrapbook paper. Doesn't matter. There, just ripped out 3 pages. That's what I want on basically kind of an average size book. And I have a guillotine cutter for my paper, one of those really big ones. So I went around with that and I cut off a lot of this blank paper in the margins. This also works really good if you don't have one of these. This is a nice little tool. Or, of course, if you have a little cutting mat, a ruler, and a little knife here, you can, you can just trim it all. You can trim all day long and cut whatever you need. So what I did here was I lined this up and I lined up for 2 inches and cut 3 2-inch strips. All right, let me move all this out of the way so you can see what we got here. Okay, we have got 3 2-inch strips. All right, we're going to connect them together. Let's grab our stick glue and put about like a little 1/2 inch right there at the bottom of one of our strips and lay another one right on top of that. And I cut all 3 pieces together because as you can see, everything is really lined up nice. They're all pretty much the same size. Okay, and then let's just add one more onto this. This is going to end up being approximately 22, 23 inches, okay? Whoops. That one, I don't know where that came from. Okay, sorry about that, guys, but I had another one, thank goodness. Okay, all right, so we got 3 strips all together here, and let's grab some crepe paper. I chose this gold foil-like crepe paper, and the foil type, the metallic type of crepe paper has a little bit more oomph to it, I feel, and so I thought it might be a better choice. I haven't tried the other crepe paper yet, you know, the more party streamer paper type, but I'm definitely going to try that. All right, so with your glue gun, take and put at the end here a teeny tiny little tack. And I'm going to do that, you guys can see this, I'm going to do that on this side as well. And when I do that, I am leaving just this little strip, it's maybe about a 1/2 inch, poking out from under that book page. All right, so those are attached on both ends. We know they're not going anywhere. And I'm going to take my glue gun again and just tack it down all the way. Okay, and I was going to use like just a regular glue for this, but I felt it was like a little wet and a little messy. So this really worked up nice, I thought. It dried instantly, and we just want to get a little tack so we have everything together. All right, now just like any medallion or rosette, we're going to start here at the end. Okay, I had a little excess crepe paper, so I'm just going to cut that off so everything's even. And what we're going to do is, let me see, you guys can see me, we're going to fold. And I'm going to say that this is probably, you can fold any size you want, but I usually tend to fold like a 1/2 inch. Okay, and we're going to flip it and we're going to fold. And we're basically just doing accordion pleats all the way down this strip. Keep them as even as you can with the first one. So it's fold, flip, fold, flip, fold. We can just go on all day, right? Fold, flip. Okay, I'm going to finish going down this entire strip here, and I'm going to meet you on the other side. Here we go, all smushed together. And you know, this would be a good time, you guys, if you want to give the video a thumbs up that I didn't make you sit through that. Okay, so when we lay this out, here's what we want to see. This edge of the paper is facing up. That fold is facing up. This one is facing down, all right? That's what you want to see. If it is the opposite, go ahead and trim down one of these edges so you get, you know, you get this look on that we're going for right here. One down, one up. You don't want them to be the same. Okay, so let's take those two little edges and we want to fit this little lip over this one right here. And I'm just going to use my hot glue because it's fast. And lay that little fold inside that other little fold and call it a day. Okay. All right. So now we've got the whole thing put together, and by those two opposite sides together, you get a very consistent little star zigzag pattern all the way around. All right, let's open this up, and I'm going to open it up to the crepe paper being towards the outside here. Okay, hold on. This is where you need like a lot of hands. I'm just going to cut. This is a 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'm just going to cut out of a scrap of paper here a little circle for us because we're going to need something to hold it all together, of course. Let's push this back down. And like I said, you can kind of adjust it out if you want. Make sure everything is looking good there. Some of that crepe paper is wanting to kind of flip up, but we'll just give it a little crease. Okay. Remember, we need lots of hands here, so just do the best you can. And let's put glue on our little circle. All right, being very careful, all right, that this doesn't just go flying across the room or you stick your finger in it. And then we're going to lay it right in the center, right there. And I'm just going to give this a moment to just take hold. Okay. All right, you guys ready? This is really pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I just love this. And then you can take time here to, you know, if you need to adjust your little creases out, you can easily do that. You can go to the back and adjust them out. If you need a little touch of glue to hold anything down, now's a good time to do that too. All right. So the next thing that I added to this was I had some of this tulle. And this is the tulle that comes on the bolt at the fabric store. It reminds me of what was poking out of those 50s prom dresses. You know, that it's really, you know, it's rough and scratchy and it has big holes in it. It's not like that little thin, tulle that we use a lot of times. And I'm just going to take this and just lay a piece across here, okay? Let's get our little girl. Oh my God, I love her. And we're going to center her right on there. And this glue here is going to hold the tulle on. So everything is going to be secure. Just going to lay her right down there in the center. We'll give her a moment to dry. Here is the Magic of Christmas that we downloaded from Pixie Dust as well. And you can place this wherever you like. Okay. And I had to laugh at myself. I had, my gosh, I can't even tell you when I would have bought these. These were from Kmart, and they were Martha Stewart ribbon ornament hangers. And I remember loving the colors, and I bought a whole bunch of them. And they were just perfect for putting a little hanger on an ornament. And you can do this easily. Just take a little scrap of ribbon, cording, whatever you want, and just put a little knot in it. And that little knot works really well when you tuck it in back here. And we're going to glue it. Let's make sure we're straight. Yep, that looks good. And I'm just going to stick a little hot glue right there. Let me grab something here to push this kind of down in there into that glue. There we go. Okay, I'll let that dry. Oh my goodness, she's so sweet, isn't she? These ornaments are just melting my heart today. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you'll find a little extra time to make some handmade ornaments this season. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your lovely comments too. And I will see you for our next creative project. Bye for now.